let's conclude with Atletico. Worst kept secret in the world is that Atleti want to sign Alex Baena from Villarreal. I saw that Atleti are trying to ask for Villarreal to take less than the release clause. Bold strategy. Not sure if Villarreal is going to agree to that. This reminds me of like the Egon transfer from last season. It was like, hey, we value him at 35 mil. And Atleti were like, how about 18? And they were like, no. And then he went to PSG. If that happens again and we fumble Baena, because I think Egon would be incredible for us. And now he's at PSG and he's probably going to leave. So maybe he could be he takes a long way around and ends up at Atleti anyways. But Baena, I don't care. I think his release clause is 60 and Atleti are trying to bid like 55. It's like, dude, just come on, man. Stop. Just like sell extra popcorn at the stadium and get him in. It's ridiculous.
Get another Bad Bunny concert. That's what you guys need to do.
There we go.
Do we think there's a better signing Atleti could make than Baena for either that left wing or attacking midfielder position?
No,
he is Atleti through and through, dude. He would fit right into that fucking side. You know what I mean? Even beyond just like the football aspect of it. Like I just see him as a Cholo guy. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely has the attitude.
For the vibes, for sure. Yeah.
I think he would be
not
perfect.
The nicest guy. Okay. 10 out of 10 signing if this goes down, theoretically.
Yes. For 60 million, I think that's cheap as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
Jack, you heard me saying whenever we talked about in the group chat. I was like, it should have been more. Like, I was like, I didn't know it was a release clause thing. I was like, bro, this is I could slap a 75 million price tag on Baena tomorrow. Like, it's and I know teams especially outside of Spain would pay it.
Yeah.
And I think you guys better be quick because at one point, probably maybe Bayern Munich will look at that and say, all right, let's go get Alex Baena. So if I'm Atleti,
I don't know, man. Atleti plays hardball, bro. We're still trying to negotiate with Atleti over the fucking permanent transfer of Longley. Like it's been so back and forth for like 2.5 years because they won't agree to a fee, bro. I'm like, God damn, man.
Because he's worth 5 million.
I agree.
That's just why we want to agree.
This is how it goes. It's like, hey, we want 10 million. All right, we'll give you 5. All right, you know what? We'll give you 5. It turns out 2.5's a little bit better. 2.5 might be a little bit better. Like, bro, just pick a damn fee.
And then he loses his assignment again. We're like, make it 3. Right? I mean,
bro. I'm like,
look, he's not good enough for either club. He's just got to go somewhere else. Like, go to Sociedad, man.
There you go.
Let Aguerd leave. He doesn't deserve to be there. Send Longley to Sociedad and just or replace Bade at Sevilla. That's probably where Longley needs to be. And be
where he came from originally. Just go back.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. Just full circle.
That's crazy.
Speaking of center backs, Atleti are also linked to Cuti Romero, and I, as a Spurs fan, I mean, if I'm gonna lose Cuti at Spurs, right? I mean, like literally the best place he could ever go is Atletico Madrid, and I think if you want to talk about a cultural fit, there is nobody, not even Giuliano Simeone, who fits Diego Simeone's system more than Cuti Romero.
He's a dog.
And bloodline.
He's a fucking dog.
Now that guy.
The only other one I would say who's up there like that would be Dibu would be such a Simeone signing. But like outside of that, Cuti is like fucking born and bred for that team, bro.
Christ.
In the exact same way, he would just add so much. I mean, defensively, he's got his whole like disciplinary issues at times, but for the most part, man, he would be an.
But do you think that was more because of Spurs' crazy high line as well? That he was exposed a lot. Him and Van de Ven, they were basically 3-on-2 defending at times, whereas at Atleti, he'll just be a defender, actually.
Yes, he'll be a defender. Yeah, I agree. He'll be asked to do less, and so if in a stretch defense, he can do as much as he's doing. Yeah, in a true back line, you figure that he'll be even better.
Him and Chema Jimenez, dude. Fuck.
No, I think this would be a game changer of a signing.
Yeah. I think Josema struggled a bit this season because the second partnership was always changing between Lenormand and Longley. And Lenormand, I still think he was a good buy. He was only 30 million, but with the brain injury and everything, dude, you don't bounce back from that in 6 months. So he's going to need some time to just marinate, put his ass on the bench, let him chill, get in Cuti Romero. That is a guy who instantly makes your team more terrifying. And if we want to talk about just a pure defender, he's a better pure defender than anybody on Atleti. And I've talked about this many times on the channel. It's the worst back line Atletico's had since I started watching the club.
Mm-hmm.
Bar none. And we need a guy to come back here who's truly elite. And if Cuti Romero, if he can win a European competition with Tottenham and be the man of the match in the final, he can win anywhere. If he can win with Spurs, he can win anywhere. And that's why I say if we sign Cuti Romero, I think we win a trophy next season. I don't know which one it'll be, but I think we're going to win a trophy because that's just who he is.
Okay.
And he's a thug.
Then,
we kind of need the thuggery back.
You do need the thuggery back. Exactly. But then you have a left wing solid, center back solid. What's next?
Fullbacks. I mean, I'll be honest, bro. You got Javi Galan back there.
Yes. I mean, Carreras would be, if we signed, bro, Cuti, Carreras, and Baena, bro, we're winning the treble next year.
Homie said we're back. We're so fucking back.
He said treble, not even Champions League.
God damn, dude.
Treble, bro. Bookmark it. I don't know who else we get now as a good left back. Is there or right back? I mean, I think Llorente is very good, but by signing an elite right back, he can play right mid where he has very, very good production for us. So that's probably not as needed. But we need a fucking left back badly. And I don't know who it is. I mean, anything coming to mind, lads?
You wanna take Shimikas?
Is he that much better than Javi Galan?
No, but he's channeling Darwin Nunez aura, so it's the same difference.
Yep. I mean, I'd love having a Greek on the team, but outside of his ethnicity, I don't really see the benefit.
What about Grimaldo?
I just don't
think he's not going out.
Too offensive, I think.
That's just not a bad thing. I still think there's value to the way he plays in y'all's system, but still, I just don't see him going to Atleti.
Maybe this would be insane, but maybe a guy like Cardona, also from Villarreal. We just take their left side of the field. That'd be diabolical.
Yeah, that would work.
That'd be insane, bro. That should be insane.
Yeah, there's not a lot of left back options on the market either. So
it's tough.
You know who would I think be amazing is Estupinian.
Ooh, good shot.
Yeah, I like that shot. That would be a good shot.
And I think he would go. I think
so. I think so.
27?
28, 27. He's been at Brighton now for a couple of seasons. So, yeah, that could be an option.
Yeah. It's like, hey, baby, come on over here.
Estupinian and Alex Baena on the left side. Oh my God.
Nasty.
Oh, bro.
Nasty work.
My hair's standing up right now.
I thought you were going to say something else was standing up. That's my bad.
Well, that's been standing up since we started the segment.
I was like, hey, listen, bro, I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. That's a
hey, bro, we went trophyless this season, man. Give me a break. All right?
I don't blame you.
I'm going into next season optimistic.
If anything,
it'd be crazy to have that left side rebuilt that way. And bro, if it did, you talk about Carreras and going to Real Madrid, you'd be pissed. I'd be fucking furious if that ends up being the business you guys do. It'd be crazy.
There is one signing that's kind of been rumored for Atleti, and that is Darwin. Would you take Darwin?
No way, dude. Come on.
I think Darwin should. I've said it 50 times. Real Sociedad.
He's not going to Real Sociedad. He's going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You think so? Is that confirmed?
Yep. Yeah, it's not confirmed, but he most likely will go there.
Makes sense.
Oh, I see it now. I see the domino effect. He goes to Saudi Arabia, and John Duran goes to Barca.
Wow.
Bro, I'd be fucking insane if John Duran goes to Barca.
I think he'd be an amazing signing.
I think he would too. And like, there's not any pressure on him to be the starter. When we talked about that already, but it's just like, just if that was the domino effect that led just led Duran to Barca and Darwin exiting out, it would be crazy though to see him in La Liga, because I do think that he still needs. It's not like the fall off has been so hard that he's no longer in a top.
Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, I don't think the drop off has been so bad that you're like, oh, he can't even play top flight European football anymore. Like, I don't agree with that. I think that
he needs a new environment.
Yeah, entirely, bro. Entirely.
He does.
Like his head's gone in Liverpool. That's fine, but I think he can play La Liga. I think he could be a good striker in La Liga.
But the problem is, not a lot of La Liga sites can afford what Liverpool are going to want, which is probably 40 million in transfer fee. Like the only side that can do that is Atleti. Now, I don't know if Atleti want to sign him. That's up to you guys. If you think Sorloth is the Messiah and he's going to save you and he's going to drag you to the trouble next season, go ahead and believe it because that guy will stat pad at the end of the season. But maybe Darwin could cook for
17 goals,
Atleti.
17 goals.
Oh, cool. By the way, he got 20. He's got 20. He got 20 goals, by the way.
Actually. He had 20.
20, my bad. I sold him short.
Mother.
God, the stat people on Twitter are going to be going crazy.
Oh my
be like,
God.
is he the best striker in the world? He had 20 goals for Atleti. I'd be like, piss off, bro. All garbage time. All garbage time stats, man.
I do feel like the Madrid sides, they're going to be busy this summer. Barca, going to be another quiet summer.
Probably.
I can see that.
We probably get one, maybe two players at the door. I think maybe just one.
Yep.
I have one name that I've seen linked a lot recently, and I just want to get our thoughts very quickly, and let's end the episode. Johnny Cardoso to Atleti. Before I
He'll be
give
a
my
good
thoughts,
signing.
what do you think?
Great signing.
He'll be a good signing. I think he would pair well in the midfield. Then I do believe DePaul might leave. If that signing happens, Rodrigo, your guy, Mr. MVP, he'll probably be third in your MVP ranking. He'll be gone. He might go to Serie A or some club there. So I think Johnny Cardoso would be a good signing. I just don't see him fitting in. I don't see him fitting in the Premier League at all. I just don't think that's Johnny Cardoso's game. Just stay in La Liga. You ball out there.
It's just USMNT fans wanting him to be there. To be honest,
I know.
That's where all the hype comes from. That's what they want. So the biggest league in the world. Yeah, that's what they want him. So I don't know. I still think it would be a good signing, though. I think he stabilizes Betis' midfield in a really good way.
But he's good because Isco's ahead of him.
Well, now he's going to have Alex Baena. He's going to have Sorloth. He's going to have Julian Alvarez. So still going to be cooking.
His personnel around him is going to get better, too.
I guess I'm thinking he would be a great signing if we keep DePaul, because then our midfield would be Barrios, Cardoso, and DePaul. But if DePaul leaves, is it Barrios, Cardoso, and Koke? I mean,
no, you probably have to make one more signing. Do you not think Baena could play as the 10?
I think Baena could play as a 10, yeah.
Absolutely, but I don't think he's being brought in to be the 10. I think he's
a winger.
Being brought in to be left wing because we have Samuel Lino starting, and that guy's just a pace merchant.
It's pretty fast, though, you know.
He's also a left back.
Yeah, and he, gives me 5 GA per season. Pretty solid for a team trying to win Champions League.
Never forget that Sevilla goal at home, so.
Oof.
Yeah. The last time we saw Antoine Griezmann suit up for Atletico as well.
Ah, Jesus. Anyway,
so Gris was going to stay one more season then.
It looks that way.
Has to.
There you go. There's your 10.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's probably going to have to be.
I guess so. Dude, if he can't up his numbers with some of the signings we're talking about, it's going to be a sour end to a career that I think would be unfair.
Yep. Agreed.
Is he a legend? Is he an Atleti legend in your eyes?
Yes. Absolutely.
By the way, the one player we did not mention, I don't want to bring it up earlier when we talk about Barca. He will feel like a new signing because he only played 2 games last season, but the reintroduction of Marc Bernal, I think, will be, if he stays fully fit all year, I think he'll be one that every fan talks about. This season. It's kind of the Busquets regen. Yeah. So I think he was looking good before the injury. He looked good in the preseason. And I feel like he's just a better fit for us being able to one day get back to the single pivot. Like, we haven't done that. You think about it, since Busquets left, we have not run a single pivot successfully. Frankie can't do it by himself. Casado can't do it by himself. Like, Marc Bernal, I think, can. And we just need to put the pieces in front of him. So provided that he's still good off that ACL.
I guess we'll see. I pay no attention to any hype that any academy guys get because it's always just their own fan base gassing them up and saying that they're the next Busquets. I mean, I see this in the Prem all the time. Chelsea Academy, City Academy.
We watched him play in 2 games last season. I thought he looked very good in both. And so again, he was putting other starters on the bench. And so I just feel like again, you can say about most academies, but I don't think any academy in the world even touches La Masia.
I'm just saying I'm going to go in next season I don't know who this guy is. I know nothing about him. Let's see if he's good. Because I remember in my Spurs days, Marcus Edwards was supposed to be the greatest left winger in the world. Troy Parrott was supposed to be better than Harry Kane. Dane Scarlett's still supposed to be better than Harry Kane. I don't care anymore. I'm like, I don't believe any of you. You're all liars.
I'm just saying, I think Spurs has
can play-
tainted your outlook on life. I'm here to tell you about it. That's different, but yes, I hear.
No, it's the Mexican national team that's tainted my outlook on life.
Fair shout.
That's
Way
fair.
more
That's a
than
fair shout.
Tottenham,
That's a
dude.
fair shout.
Way
shot.
more than Spurs.
That's a
Spurs
fair
is like
shout.
5%. That and the Cleveland Browns have completely destroyed.
Well, and the Cavaliers.
And the Cavaliers.
Well,
Hey,
that's
I'm just saying, Pacers, man, they might win it all. And if they do, we look better.
Agreed.
Those
Fair
guys freaks. The Pacers are the Atletico Madrid of the NBA.
Totally.
Dogs, man. Dogs. They're sweeping the Knicks. Anyways, final thoughts here before we end the episode.
No, man,
I'm making those signings, so you guys enjoy the summer.
Only note is that, like,
Well,
obviously we all know it. I think Real Madrid would have the most pressure, but in a weird way, and in my mind, Atleti have just as much pressure. Like, as much.
I would say Atleti have the most pressure next summer.
I think so too, but everyone's going to point to like the super team that was supposed to have been built and what they did. I still think Atleti has just as much pressure, and so they'll have to really turn things around next season.
Yeah, we cannot lay a goose egg again. Nope. I think Simeone is under a lot of pressure if that happens.
Has to be.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's just tough because he changed the club, so that might protect him. And I think he's got a good relationship with ownership too, so he might be untouchable. But if it gets bad enough, things can change.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fans are gonna get rowdy.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, guys, we're gonna end the episode there. That's your transfer rumor recap from the guys at Lengua de la Liga. If there's a name that we forgot to mention in this video and you would like to know our thoughts about it, let us know in the comments and maybe we can shoot a part 2. Also, it'd be fun to talk about some of the other teams in La Liga and some of the transfer rumors around Villarreal, Sociedad have surely going to have a very active summer window. Celta de Vigo, teams like that. Rayo back in European football. Can they make a signing or two? If you guys don't want to miss that and all the other La Liga content here on the channel, make sure you're subscribed. If you're listening on streaming platforms, give the podcast a 5-star rating. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a like in the video, hit subscribe, and make sure you're following myself and my co-hosts on social media and on their respective YouTube channels. Everything is in the description of this video. We appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.